watch it blast off. And I'm feeling so electric, dance my ass off. And even if I wanted to, I can't stop. Yeah, 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 yeah. You want me, I want you, baby. My sugar boo, I'm levitating.
All right. It is Monday. It's Labor Day. And we've got a great webinar for you all tonight. So here, let's get everything set up. Let's get things started for you guys. Hopefully everything is great. You can hear okay. I'm turning on my video right now. And the great news is tonight we have the co-founder of all co-founders, anyone you could actually want to be in business with, Dan Putnam, with us today to go through the comp plan and the business model of building this with the Flex Power Line. I'm super excited about having him here, and I'm sure you guys are too. He's a legend in that. So anyway, just to kind of get things moving, if you don't know who we are, let me just start with myself. My name's Robert Sacco. I'm a co-founder here. I've been in the industry of network marketing for over 15 years, but been in traditional business for over 30, been super into the entrepreneurial side of life. Always worked for myself, except for 2 years, from 18 to 20. And I just love being in business with myself, in which I love network marketing purely because of that. I get to go build my business the way I want to go build it. And at the same point in time, I don't have to do everything, that was involved in building the business. It was able to do that for me, and it just leveraged so much. And so I think when you understand what you have your hands on here with the AI product called Ruby and what Flex Technologies is going to do over the course of the next few years, you're just in a really, really great spot. If you really want to make a great business and not have to go in and invest the millions of dollars to get everything going. And so I'm excited about being here with you guys, and I'm excited about getting to the point of launching this company up and getting it fully running at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And as we are right now in our beta phase of pushing things out, we are in the midst of building our founders list. And so we have all of this details that are up on our social media platforms. You can go find that at Flex or MyFlex AI on any of the social media platforms, but Instagram, Twitter, our Facebook page. You're going to find out all the details. But I can tell you right now, if you are pre-enrolled or you are going to be inviting people in, you want to do that right now, because until September 15th, you can get them in and they can have the founders privileges. And there's a lot of them, not just a huge amount of words that are being added to their accounts to get them started and boosted off. But there's also privileges about being first to use the products. As we go in and add new features, we add new collections. You guys are going to be able to get those first, get your hands on them first. And that's a huge benefit in building your business. And there's going to be a lot of other things that will hinge around you. So don't waste it. And it doesn't matter if you're a $15, $25, or $50 plan. You can come in anywhere. As long as you get in by September 15th, you're going to be getting the founder privileges. Now, if you want those additional words, which there are a lot, 100,000 if you come in at the $25 plan, $50 plan, which is our premium plan, you're going to get 250,000 more words added one time for your account to get started. And we think this is a great way just to give you a boost to go try some things. And just by being in early, you get to have that. So those are the quick things. I want to bring in my co-founder and just get him right started, because there is so much information that you need to get from him. His experience goes way beyond just this industry, but what he's done in this industry is legendary. Over 30 years of being in this business, from 18 years old. He's created 6-7 figures every year, and this is really just about understanding how to market, how to work the system, how to build a system. And for me, being in the industry for a long time and building big groups too, I had never systemized it like he knows how to do. And so I sit here and listen and learn. I can't wait to learn more from him about it. But if you add up all the businesses that he's either financed, been part of, over $6 billion in sales, over billions of dollars in commissions have been paid out. And it's all because of who he is. He wants to pour into what he's learned. He loves to share that. And so that I couldn't ask for a better partner in this business than Dan. So Dan, I want to just turn it over to you and let you go. And man, take them to the town and teach them how to run this business.
All right. Thanks so much, Robert. It's not letting me do my video or share my screen. So I'm not sure if you can adjust that, and we can do a little bit of screen share here, and and I can do the video. If not, I will just try and explain it as clear as I can without them seeing anything. So let me see. Okay, it's letting me share it now. So let me switch the screen share. 1 second. I'm going to go over just a couple things. Can you see my screen right now, Robert?
Yep, you're all good.
Okay. Perfect. What I wanted to do is go over a couple quick things in the back office before I, get into the compensation plan and just kind of go through just some basic strategy and some different things that people can do. One of the first things that you need to do in your back office is under the account profile, you need to go to settings. And this is where you're going to choose the leg that the people go through on the Powerline system or on the MyFlex AI if they actually upgrade. Now, there's 3 options. You can see it's at the top here, binary placement. You have alternate. That's the default. The reason it defaults at alternate, in order to max out the compensation plan, you need 1 active left and 1 active right. So that's automatically going to do it for you. The first one is going to go to the leg that you're placed on. So if you're on the right side of your upline, the first person that comes in is going to go on the right. The second would go on the left. If you're on the left side of your upline, the first person that comes in is going to be on the left, and then the second one on the right. So as soon as you have 1 left and 1 right, then you can just lock it into whatever leg you want to build. Again, this is something that's extremely important in building the business so that you know how to place. That's the first thing that I would look at. The second thing is just on the home of the back office. Sorry, it's going a little bit slow right here. This is just going to give you the basic things that you look at typically when you're building. So it's going to show your last week's earnings. It's going to show the customer volume. It's going to show the new left volume and the new right volume. That's going to change every week. So every Wednesday, our pay cycle goes from Tuesday to Tuesday. This is just a demo account here. But as you can see right now, it's showing, let's see, $2,228 $22,128 volume in the left or in the right, and 76,643 volume on the left. Now this is only showing CV, so it's not showing the actual dollars that come in. It's just showing the CV. On the CV, the most important thing to realize is the first order is different than every other order. On the first order in the compensation plan, which as I go through the compensation plan, we'll go over that in detail, 40% is paid directly to the sponsor, 10% is paid to the placement, and then 20% goes into the 2-team pay. And so just so that you know, an important thing is to understand what the CV is on each package. On the $15, it's 15 CV. So on the first order, how that would work is you would make 40% of the 15, and then you'd have 20% of the 15, or $3 would go into the 2-team pay. So if you're seeing this volume on a $15 order, on the first order, you're just going to see 3 CV, and then the $6 is paid directly to the sponsor, and then $1.50 is paid to the placement. On the $25 option, it's 20 CV. So you're going to make, again, 40% of that. That's going to be $8. What you're going to see here in the back office is going to be 20% of it, which is $4. And then the placement is going to get $2. And on the $50 package, it's 40 CV. Again, you're going to make 40% of that. That would be $16. 20% or $8 is going to be the CV that goes into the 2-team plan. And then the person that they're placed under is going to get a $4 commission check. So right here is just kind of showing the CV of your left and your right. This does not include carryover. If you want to see the carryover volume, you need to go to your organization and then click on binary details. The binary details is going to show the same basic thing from the 2 previous weeks, and then it's going to show all the weeks before. And so I'll go through that so you can see the current week, the previous week, and then this is where it's going to show carryover volume. You can see this one on the left team has 13,271,464 dollars, and then it shows what of that is from carryover. So if you hover it, it's going to show the carryover. As you can see here, it's not showing that carryover on the left. It only shows it in the binary details right here. So basically that gives you a basic understanding of the main things that you need to know in the back office. To log into Ruby, you just click on the Ruby AI, and that's where you log in. So I think some people had a few questions on the back office, really didn't understand what they were seeing. You just need to understand what you're seeing is the CV. You're not actually seeing the dollar. So some people had reached out to me and said, hey, I don't think it's doing it right. I only got $3 or $8 or whatever it was CV added to it, and they came in for 50. On the first order, you're getting, again, 40% to the sponsor, 10% to the placement, 20% to the 2-team pay, and that's what you're seeing displayed here in the back office. And then the other thing, again, that's important is just under the account. You go to the account, and then the settings, you're going to set your leg. So again, I think those are the most important things that people understand. As you'll see, as we go through the compensation plan, it's very basic. It's very simple. I think that there's no way that we could make it any easier or more basic. There's basically no structure required. It's just have an active order, $15 or more, one person with an active order on your left, one person with an active order on your right, and that qualifies you for up to $20,000 per week, plus unlimited 20% matches. And so we'll go through the rest of the compensation plan here pretty fast. We did a more in-depth compensation plan several weeks ago. So I'm not going to take quite as much time, but I will go through the different ways that you can earn, and then we'll go a little bit more in detail on each one of these, starting with the customer bonus. Now, as you can see on the myflex.ai website, people have the choice to be an influencer or be a customer. Customer is $5 more. The reason that we ask that the first thing when they go to the website is just so that it can display the correct prices and stuff like that as they're going through the site. So if they select customer, there's basically 6 options, and influencer, there's 6 options. There's a monthly option for each package. As a customer, it's $20, $30, or $55. So it's $5 more for each one. You make 25% of the actual dollar amount. So again, that's something that is a little bit different on the distributor side or the influencer side. It's all based on the CV. On the customer side, 25% you make, that's instant pay. So as soon as you get the customer, 25% of that dollar amount, which again is $20. So 25% would be $5, $30 or $55. And you make the 25% instant pay. 75% of the CV, now we're going from dollar to CV. The CVs are the same, 15 for the $20 option, 20 for the $30 option, and 40 for the $55 option. So 75% is going to go to your lesser team of the 2-team pay. Now that's not going to display until it runs the commissions, because it doesn't know until it goes through the commissions what leg is going to be your lesser team. So every single week that customer volume could change. That 75% that goes into the 2-team pay, it's designed to help use all the customer volume, or 75% of the customer volume, to balance out your legs. The fast start of the first order bonus, we kind of already went through. This is based on the CV, $15, 15 CV on the $15 package, $25, 20 CV on the $25 package, and $50, 40 CV on the $50 package. Now again, 6 ways to join: monthly, or we also have yearly. If you pay for the year, you get 2 months free. The CV On the 25 and the 50 is actually the same. It's 20 per month, split up into 12 months. On the 50, it's $12.50, or excuse me, on the 15, it's $12.50. Basically just still being dollar for dollar, breaking down the 150, dividing it by 12. So when somebody comes in for a yearly package, it's important that you realize it works the same as if they come in for monthly. We're all about leveraged residual income here. So if they come in for a yearly package, you're guaranteed payment every single month for the full year. If they come in as a customer for the year, you're going to get 25% of that order every single month for the full 12 months. If they come in as an influencer, you're going to get either the $12.50 all the way up to the 40 CV every single month. So the actual first order bonus is going to be very similar to if they come in on the monthly. The difference is every single month they're going to be active. So that's going to become very important once we get down into the lifestyle bonus, and you have people coming in with a year package, and you're actually going to be locked in to get that lifestyle bonus for 12 months in a row. And again, that can be super, super powerful. So the first order bonus, first order only based off of CV, 40% goes to the sponsor, 10% to the placement, 20% goes in the two-team pay. The two-team pay, it pays between 10 to 20%. I'm just going to explain this one way. I'm going to explain the power leg and the pay leg, and we'll do that once we get to the page that goes through the two-team pay. But you make between 10 to 20% of what would be called your pay leg, and I'll explain that here in just a few minutes. Then you have the sponsor matching bonus, 20% of the two-team pay, starting with the very first person that you sponsor. So the only requirement to get this is to have an active order. Again, that can be 15, 25, or 50, and then sponsor anybody, and you're going to make 20% of their weekly checks of the two-team pay. And again, they're qualified for up to $20,000 per week. So that 20%, you can make $4,000 per week on every single person that you sponsor. Generation matching bonus, we'll go through that. Generations are so powerful, and we can show you how you can get up to 10% on 4 generations of golds. Again, a lot of people have seen the power of these generation matching bonuses. Most of them on the two-team pays have all been a generation, which is based on doing $1,000 per week on your pay leg. This is based on 5,000. So when we're talking about 4 generations, it's so much stronger than what you've seen in most compensation plans, because what's considered a generation is 5,000 per week on their pay leg. Most companies, it's 1,000. So it's much easier to get cut off, 5 times easier to get cut off in pretty much every other company than it is here in Flex. Then you have the global bonus pool. This is strictly for diamonds. Blue diamonds and above are not entered into this pool, so it's a diamond only pool. Then we have the one-time bonuses, which is blue diamond all the way up to green diamond. That's a bonus anywhere from 10,000 to 150,000 one-time bonus. And then the lifestyle bonus, which really, if you want to understand the compensation plan on Flex, this is the only thing that you need to understand and duplicate this one bonus. Everything else literally takes care of itself. So we'll go ahead and cover that first. This is based on the $50 package. Whether they do monthly or yearly, it doesn't matter. There's 4 different bonuses, 3 steps. Step number 1, you need to purchase that package in order to qualify for the bonus. Step number 2, you want to get at least 2 people, 2 to 5 people that also purchase that package. And step number 3, you want to help them also get 2 to 5 people. So just the 2x2 lifestyle bonus is just like this. I come in for the $50 package. I get 2 that also come in for the $50 package and help them do the same. That's a total team of 6. I get $50 every single month that I keep that structure. It can always be the same people if they're on auto ship, or if they buy a yearly package, that's going to be locked in for a year. And that's in addition to the rest of the compensation plan. So this basically is going to put you well into profit with just 6 people. And if you want to know how that compares industry-wide, on a 2-team pay, it takes over 30 people just to break even. Here with 6 people, it's not break even. You're well into profit. So 3x3, same thing. You purchase the package. you introduce 3 people that purchase a $50 package. They also introduced 3 people. That's a total of 12 people, $150 bonus. In addition to the rest of your commissions, 4x4 is I introduce 4, I help them introduce 4 each. That's a total of 20 people. That's $250 in addition to the rest of your commissions. And then the 5 who get 5 lifestyle bonus is $350, 30 people. And if you're looking at this, again, you have to have the correct structure. It's not just 30 people, it's 5 who get 5. But here you're making $350 in addition to the rest of your commissions. It's typically going to put you somewhere between $400 and $500 per month. All of the competitors, they're going to have more than 30 people, perfectly balanced, 15 left, 15 right, just to cover their auto ship. So this is a massive bonus. If you understand, duplicate the 2x2, which I'll go through here a little bit later, just to kind of give you a system in your mind that you can go out and focus on and try to complete as we get this thing launched. On the 2-team pay, it's just like it sounds. Everybody has 2 teams. You can call it left and right. You can call it A and B. You can call it 1 and 2, whatever you want to do. In order to activate this, again, there's 2 steps. First step, you need to be active. This can be on a $15 order or up. Second, you need 1 personally sponsored active on your left, 1 personally sponsored active on your right. As soon as you do that, you become a qualified influencer, and you literally have the compensation plan where you can earn unlimited commissions, $20,000 per week in the 2-team, unlimited in the matches. So even if you're at $15, you can still make $100,000, $200,000 per month, per year, per week. It is again, all that has to happen: 1 active left, 1 active right. It's the least amount of structure in any plan in the industry, and we did that for a reason. We want you to just be able to focus on creating the volume, building the business, not have to worry about how many diamonds do I have, how many platinums do I have, gold, silvers, bronze, et cetera, green diamonds, black diamonds, double black diamonds. All the structure required in so many plans really just makes things so much more difficult for people to explain and for people to understand. So here's how it works. You can see it in your back office live. Again, if you want to see the carryover volume, you need to go to the binary details. If you want to see the new weekly volume, it shows it right on the home page. The CV is what you're paid on, and that's what it displays. So here you're seeing 3 different CVs, 40 CV, 15 CV, 20 CV. That would all be on second orders. On the first orders, you're going to be seeing things like 3, 4, and 8. But if we just look at this and we see the left side and we see the right side, on the left side you have 2 40s, 2 15s, so that's 80, 110, 130. Again, that's just trying to figure it off quick in my head. On the right side, you have a 40, 2 20s, and a 15, so that is 95. So here's the terminology that's common in the industry. The left side, which had 130 volume, would be called your power leg. The right side, which has 95 CV and volume, would be your pay leg. You're going to earn between 10 and 20% of that pay leg. This is just showing an example of a diamond or above, which would be 20% or $19 in earnings. And then $35 would carry over from your left team because you was not paid on that. Now, I always have explained binaries a little bit different, but the reason why is all binaries actually pay on both sides. So I look at it as starting off as an influencer at the 10%. You could say 10% on the pay leg, or you could say 5% of the matched volume on both legs. So if we explained it that way, the matched volume would be 95, and you would make, in this case, it's showing as a diamond, 20%. You'd make 10% of the 95 on the left and 10% of the 95 on your right. It's still going to equal the exact same thing, which is $19 in earnings. The 35 CV is going to carry over indefinitely until you get paid on that. So typically what this does in a 2-team pay, it's almost impossible to get both legs to grow at the exact same rate. For one reason, you have your entire upline typically helping with that outside leg. So sometimes that one's going to grow a little bit faster, but you never know. Sometimes you bring on somebody that goes on your other leg and they go crazy, start sponsoring a lot of people, sponsor a lot of people, and that leg's growing faster. Doesn't matter which one grows faster. The goal is to balance them. And how it typically works, as that carryover continues to carry over, allowing you time to get paid on all of the volume that comes into your business. Then you just start focusing completely on the other leg. If you have one leg that's kind of taken a life of its own, either through leadership or through upline spillover or a combination of everything. And then when that happens, you basically have a compensation plan that no compensation plan can compete with. Basically, you're going to make 10 to 20% on every level to infinity. If you see a matrix or you see a unilevel, they can't compete. I mean, a matrix or unilevel is typically paying somewhere between 3 and maybe 8% down. If it's a unilevel, usually about 8 or 9 levels. If it's a matrix, you might have a few more levels, but you can have less pay. So again, if you're looking at a unilevel, best case scenario, you're making like 3 to 8% down like 7 or 8 levels. That can't compete with something that's paying 20% on every level to infinity. So I think that there's no comparison. Without question, the 2-team plan is the most fair plan and the strongest plan in the industry. The people that kind of try and knock a 2-team pay act like you only get paid on one leg. 100% false. All of them pay on 2 legs. They act like, oh, you got to build 2 legs. Well, pretty much every unilevel, you have to build 3, 4, 5, 10, 12, 14 or more. There's no pay plans out there that you can make a bunch of money on one leg. So again, the next thing from 1 is 2. And here you're building 2 legs maximum. A lot of times you have a lot of help from your upline in building one of the legs. So it could be 1 leg, it could be 1.5, or maximum 2 legs. And again, the benefit that you have here, it doesn't pay on levels, it only pays on volume. So the duplication doesn't have to happen within the first couple levels. If you're in a matrix or a unilevel, the duplication has to happen within your first couple levels, or you're going to be blocked on the majority of the pay. Again, I would debate anybody in the industry any day of the week that the 2-team pay is the fairest in the industry by far, and gives everybody the best chance of success. Everything that anybody says to knock it, you have the same weaknesses in a unilevel, and then there's many more, or you have the same weaknesses in a matrix, plus many more. And so we went with this because, again, we feel like it's the fairest plan to give everybody the best chance of success. Matching bonus, very powerful. It gives you a complete vested interest in every single person that you bring into the business. Every dollar that they make, you make 20 cents up to the 20,000 per week. So this is very simple. Every single person I sponsor, I'm going to make 20% of whatever their 2-team pay is. The 2-team pay goes from, a few cents up to 20,000 per week. So if they make $1, I make 20 cents. If they make $1,000, I make 200. If they make $20,000, I make 4,000. And that's on every single person I sponsor. Doesn't matter if they're on my left, doesn't matter if they're on my right. That's unlimited commissions. I can sponsor unlimited people. I can make unlimited commissions on that match. Now, where it gets much stronger, once you reach the rank of gold or higher, now you start getting generations. This is based off of your sponsor tree, has nothing to do with the 2-team pay, other than that's what the match is based on. So I can sponsor unlimited people. That's going to go unlimited wide, and every generation is to infinity. So once I become gold, I'm going to get paid 2 generations of 10%. Now, every generation goes unlimited levels until it hits a gold or higher. Once it hits that gold or higher, that doesn't end the pay. That just ends the first generation and starts the second generation. As you can see on this diagram here, this is showing that you sponsored 5 people. That would be your first level. But again, each generation goes infinite levels. So you can see everybody here in the blue would be considered your first generation. This is just showing somebody on your 3rd level hit gold or higher. Doesn't matter if they hit gold, or it doesn't gold, diamond, blue diamond, it doesn't matter. Gold or higher, starts a new generation. It doesn't stop the pay. It just starts a new generation. That generation also goes to infinity, and you're still making 10% on every single one of these people. You can see here again, another gold or higher on your 6th level, another gold or higher on your 7th level. These blues, as they sponsor, will continue to go on unlimited levels. These golds will, as they continue to sponsor, will continue to go on unlimited levels. You can see here on the 8th level, another person hit gold or higher. That again isn't necessarily going to end your pay. That's just going to end the 2nd generation and start the 3rd. We have on your 12th level somebody else that hit gold or higher. Again, doesn't necessarily end your pay. Just start end your 3rd generation and start your 4th. Now, if you did have a 5th generation of gold or higher, that would stop the pay only on that one leg. So all of these other legs, you know, which can be unlimited, every one of these can continue on, and you are making a 10% match. So again, if they make $1, you make 10 cents. If they make $1,000, you make 100. If they make $20,000, you make $2,000, and that can be on hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of people, and that's where the big pay comes in a large organization. Beyond that, we have one-time rank advance bonuses. These you have to maintain rank in order to get them. I'll go through the qualifiers, but it's from 20,000 to 150,000. So if you look at that, you have 10,000, 30,000, 70,000, 145,000, 150, so $295,000 in bonuses that are available, in addition to the 20,000 per week in the 2 team, in addition to the unlimited on customers and unlimited on matches. So to say that you have a plan that you can make tremendous income is basically an understatement. We've ran this plan. We're almost to our 7th year. 11/11 of 2023 will be our 7th year. We've had 4 people make over $1 million their very first year. We had one person make $1,968,000 their very first year. Had many people make well over 100,000, up to around $300,000 is the maximum I've seen in a single week. Many people have earned all these bonuses that we've talked about. So again, we've ran somewhere in the neighborhood of about $570 million through this compensation plan. So it's something that you're not going to have to worry about seeing all kinds of changes and stuff like that. We already know that it works. We've already paid hundreds of millions of dollars in commissions through this exact plan. Now, I'm going to go through briefly just the rank charts here. Everybody, if you come in as a customer, obviously you don't qualify for the compensation. The next option is come in as an influencer. Influencer basically is just upgraded. So as an influencer, they've done no qualifications, just have an active order. They can get unlimited 25% bonuses on customers, 40% fast starts on influencers. They're not qualified for the 2 team. They haven't sponsored anybody, so there's no matches other than that. Once somebody, the next rank or the first rank we call a brand influencer. This is somebody that has at least 1 active. And as you can see, what that opens up is the 20% on all personals, because now you have a personal. Qualified brand influencer, that's 1 active left, 1 active right. That opens up the up to 10% on the 2 team pay, and you can earn that up to $20,000 per week. Silver, as a silver, this is where you need to jump up to at least a $25 package. So as a $15 package, you can still make $20,000 a week. You can still make 20% on unlimited personals, but the most you'll make in the 2 team pay is up to 10%. As a silver, that's going to go to 12. And with $25, you'll have the ability to earn all the way up to 20% in the 2 team pay and all of the other bonuses that we talked about. So $25 will qualify you for every part of the compensation plan except the lifestyle bonuses that we talked about. So this is, again, a powerful part of the plan. 50 is going to get that lifestyle bonus that gets you in profit. It's going to give you much more use of the system and stuff like that. But 25 still allows you to go all the way up to what we call green diamond. So ranks really quick. All of the ranks, you have to be a qualified brand influencer. So you have to have at least a personal order, silver and above, it needs to be 25 or higher, and you need one active left and one active right. The one active left and one active right can be any order, 15, 25, or 50. So to become silver, you need at least 1,000 CV of weekly volume in your lesser team. That moves your two-team pay from 10% to 12%. Gold is where it starts to get much more exciting. That's 2,500. I think I said 5,000 earlier. It's 2,500 is what creates the generation. So I was incorrect there. Now all of a sudden you get 15% in the two-team pay, 20% on all personals, and 2 generations of gold or higher. Platinum is 5,000 in weekly volume on your lesser team. That gets you a 3rd generation. Diamond is 7,500 CV in volume on your lesser team, and that gets you 4 generations. Plus, you share 2% of all of the volume of the company with every other diamond, and it's only diamonds. So blue diamonds and above do not share in this pool. This is just a diamond pool. This is what maxes out the compensation plan, other than the one-time rank advance bonuses. The only benefit of blue diamond all the way up to green diamond is those 10 to 150,000 one-time bonuses. So diamond is a great position. This is what is typically going to get you from around 100 all the way up to about 200,000 per year in earnings. That's what somebody who maintains the qualified rank of diamond every single week, they're going to make between 100 and 200,000 per year. Blue diamond is 15,000 in a week, every week. In order to get the $10,000 bonus, you need to maintain that 5 weeks in a row. Blue diamonds are making somewhere in the neighborhood of 200,000 to maybe 300,000. It could be significantly more. It really depends on the matching bonuses, but I'm talking about kind of minimums. You're looking at about 200,000 to 400,000 per year at a blue diamond. Double blue diamond is 25,000 per week on your lesser team. You maintain that 6 weeks in a row, you get the 20,000 one-time bonus. Double blue diamonds, you're looking at typically 500,000 per year plus. 50,000 a week is black diamond. You maintain that 8 weeks in a row. It's $40,000 bonus. And again, black diamonds is where you're starting to sneak up on that 7 figures, but it's probably 700,000 per year range. Double black diamond, 100,000 per week. Maintain that 10 weeks in a row, 75,000 one-time bonus in addition to the rest of your commissions. Double black diamond is going to be a 7-figure earner. These are people that are going to be making $1 million per year. Green diamond, 250,000 per week. Maintain that 12 weeks in a row, $150,000 one-time bonus. Green diamonds, definitely 7 figures, some of them multiple 7 figures per year. So again, that's the compensation plan. It is not too difficult. I know it's a lot of information, but if you can just understand one active left, one active right, everything else is volume. Here's the basic customer bonus, first order bonus. Those are paid into your e-wallet instantly. The 2-team pay, the matching bonuses, the global bonus pools are paid out weekly with a 1-week delay. So just as an example, the pay period that ends tomorrow on the 5th will be paid out on I believe whatever the following Wednesday is. Let me pull that up and see what that is. I think it might be the 13th. Yeah, so the pay period that ends this week on the 5th, so tomorrow, midnight, that pay period, and we're talking about the 2-team pay, the sponsor matching checks, the generation matching checks, and the diamond bonus pool, those will all be paid on the 13th. The week ending the 12th will be paid on the 20th. The week ending the 19th will be paid on the 27th, et cetera, et cetera. That's paid into your e-wallet. Once it's in your e-wallet, as long as you request it by midnight Eastern Standard Time on Thursday, we pay every Friday. The lifestyle bonus and the mini lifestyle bonus are paid on the 15th of the following month. So if anybody qualified for that in August, it'll be paid on the 15th of September. And that's basically how it works. This is when it goes into your e-wallet. Once it's in your e-wallet, you need to request it by Thursday, midnight Eastern Time, and then we pay every single Friday. That's when it actually pays from your Flex e-wallet into either your Pay Quicker or your iPayout. This is also important that people understand. The maximum 2-team pay is $20,000 per week. We've explained that many times, but there's also a 60% rule. So if the plan pays out more than 60%, this is 2-team pay only. So we're not talking about the rank bonuses. We're not talking about the lifestyle bonuses. If it pays more than 60% in the 2-team pay, then it adjusts it down. That's why all of these say up to 10%, up to 12%, up to 15%, up to 18%, and up to 20%. It typically, if it doesn't pay the full amount, is usually within 1 or 2%. So as an influencer, you're typically 10%. That up to 10% is usually somewhere between 7.5% and 10%. The diamond is usually between 16 and 20%. And it just kind of goes in a range. A lot of times it's within 1 or 2% is basically what it is typically. But it does have a 60% payout rule. All 2-team pays have that just because you have unlimited pay. Easily can get over 100% if everybody is perfectly balanced, which obviously they're not. But again, this is for the protection of the company not paying out too much commissions. And it's also in your best interest also, because if the company pays out too much commissions and loses money, then the company can't sustain. This is a very strong pay. The 60%, then you add in all of the other bonuses and the lifestyle bonuses and stuff like that is all in addition to that. Our total pay is usually somewhere between 66 to 68% on the actual dollar, not just on the CV. So again, that's about as strong as you can possibly have in a compensation plan and keep it going. So that's basically the main things that I wanted to cover. I do want to go over just briefly, just to kind of give you an idea of focusing on one bonus, even if it's just this $50 bonus, and kind of putting a game plan into action. And so here's what I would say. The goal is to hit that bonus your first month. So if I was going to just walk through a simple system, here's what it would be. It would be using your Flex Invite app. And I would want to get out, I would launch my business. So I call this launching my business. I want to get out at least 200 invitations in my first 2 weeks. The reason I go with 200 is I want to give you the best chance available. I almost never see less than 1% sign up rate, especially on something like this, especially when you're launching your business. You're typically going to launch it with people that you already know. So that's already a cultivated list. So if I launch it with a minimum of 200 people in my first 2 weeks, my goal is to get at least 2. If we're talking about, just for example purposes, I came in with a $50 package or a $500 for the year. I want to try and get 2 people at least within my first 2 weeks to do the same. And I want to help them get 2 people in their first 2 weeks. So here's how it would look your first month. So when I get my 2 people in my first 2 weeks, I'm going to make 40% of the $40. So that's going to be $32.16 each. My 2 people are also going to get 2. They're going to make $32 each. That's also going to qualify me for the $50 bonus. So now I'm at $82. And then I'm going to have the 20% or $8 on each person go into the 2-team pay, which is $24 on my left, $24 on my right. Starting off as an influencer, I'd make 10% of that, which is $2.40. So it's putting me about $85 my first month. So I come in at 50, I make 85. I'm well into profit with just my 6. As that continues to duplicate, the 4 who just came in get their 2, which is 8. Those 8 get their 2, which is 16. At the end of 60 days, I have 30 people in my group. Again, as that continues to go, fast forward 6 months, that's a total of around 8,000 people in my organization. And that would be paying me somewhere in the neighborhood of about $50,000 per month if everybody came in on the $50 package. So again, 50,000 per month. Again, not everybody's going to get 2 in the first 2 weeks, but some might get 10, some might get 20. As you've seen with some of our top recruiters, they've already got hundreds, and a bunch might get 0. But the best chance of everybody getting at least their 2 in 2 weeks is making sure as soon as you bring somebody into the business, they need to launch their business. Launching their business, 200 invites minimum within their first 2 weeks. After you hit that 200 in your first 2 weeks, then you go into kind of your daily plan. I highly recommend at least 4 per day. The reason I say 4 per day, that's going to put you at over 100 per month. And we're always working on that, 1% close rate. In reality, if you're not getting at least 10 or 15%, then there's some things that we should probably work on a little bit. But worst case scenario, we're just talking about 1%. 1%, I already showed you within your first 6 months how you could easily get to 50,000 per month. But here's where it gets more exciting. As I'm continually building, and now I'm going for 1 per month, a lot of people, just to kind of show the power of duplication, and I feel that with this Flex product, no borders, everything that we have, there's no product that's ever in the history of network marketing been easier to duplicate than this, from price point to what the product is, to how hot AI is, to no borders, et cetera, et cetera. If I got 1 person a month, my first month it's just 1. My second month I get another 1, and that 1 I got the first month gets 1, so that's 3. The next month is 7. The next month it's 15. The next month it's 31. The next month it's 63, et cetera, et cetera. At the end of a year, that's 8,000 people. That's going to put me at about 50,000 per month. If I was doing that same thing with launching my business, getting 2 in my first 2 weeks, plus getting 1 per month, now all of a sudden your business is massive. We're just focusing on the 1 per month right now. If I fast forward and go 30 months, so basically 2.5 years, there's 5 million people in my group. 3 years, there's 320 million people in my group. 4 years, the entire Earth's population is in my group. So here's what people need to understand. If you could duplicate just 1 sign up per month, you could build an organization in less than 3 years that's never been done in the history of network marketing. And I honestly think it's possible with this company, with this product, just because of the price points, because of what it is, and the systems and tools that we're coming out with. I don't know how somebody can't get at least 1 person, even if they're only at the $15. When you're talking about hundreds of thousands, millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of people, and I know people think, well, how can that happen? I mean, nobody's ever done it, but nobody's ever had this timing, this product, this system ever. And there's going to be hundreds of millions of people. In fact, I'd go out on a limb and say there's going to be billions of people using AI on a daily basis within the next 24 months. If you want to get hundreds of thousands or millions of them in your organization, it literally is as easy as getting 1 per month for the next 30 months. That's 5 million people. 36 months is 320 million people. 48 months is the entire world's population. So the key here, how does that happen? Launch your business. Minimum 200 invites first 2 weeks. Move forward, 4 invites per day. We're talking something that's going to take you minutes per day. And what you're going to be seeing and what you're going to be hearing about as we get further into launch, we're actually going to be able to create some automation for helping to find your list, to send out the initial invites, to follow up when they reply. So if you want to know the easiest, most powerful way in the history of network marketing to build a network marketing company, it's going to be through using AI. And that's exactly what our product is. And the tools that we're going to be creating are all going to be functions with AI. So once you start understanding how chatbots work, to send out messages, how Extract works to build your database, and then automatically send messages to all of them. And then when they request information, to automatically reply to all of them, and always be learning, and the entire system always learning from our entire organization, so that we can see what messages are working the best, what responses are working the best. And Ruby is learning from, again, thousands of upgraded influencers that we already have. Probably within the next 60 days, it's going to be tens of thousands. and probably within the next 6 months, it's going to be hundreds of thousands. And our goal within the first 12 months is 1 million. And so just think about this, 1 million people using AI to build their business all over the world. And then the system learning every question that's being asked, what responses are getting the best conversion. And then it starts only using those best conversions. Every message that's being sent to every person, what messages are getting the best responses, what responses are getting the best sign-up rate. If you can start to understand this, you're going to realize that you're in the best position that you've ever been in your life. If you're looking at being able to create massive income from your cell phone and from your computer. So hopefully that makes sense to everybody. We're going to have a lot more training as soon as we get a little bit further into, through the beta testing and stuff like that. I'm going to go ahead and turn it back over to Robert. I'll stop the screen share. And Robert, go ahead and tell them a few of the updates. I know we have a lot of updates today. Some of them are already live. Some of them are about to go live. And then we have some more updates over the next couple of weeks. And I see that there's a ton of things in the chat. So if we need to answer a few questions at the end, then I'm more than happy to answer some questions on the comp plan or the back office if there were some that were missed there. So we don't want to go too long. I went, 50 minutes or so. We want to try and keep this no more than an hour, but it is a lot of information to cover. But just so you know, there's not a lot of information that you need to understand. If you understand one left, one right, and duplicating that, you understand the entire compensation plan.
Exactly. Well, you do a great job of just getting it broken down into understanding the power and leverage that happens within this industry. And I think that that's the thing that they, they need to be able to realize is that it could be as big as you want to make it. There's an unlimited payout. And that's what we love about the plan. And we know that it pays well to those that go out and do the plan, but it just comes down to that one basic step, right? Get one left, one right, and duplicate that process throughout your business and start it over and over and over again for yourselves, and then just duplicate. It's really just a basic, simple step to get started. That's why I know about the 2-team pay. It just makes it really easy. But we do have some amazing things to talk about. So for all those in the chat, they're like, when's India going to be able to get in? When can all these other countries go? Guam, I think, is one out there too. Today, you guys can do it right now. It's live right now. So all the little bumps that they were having in getting in from around the world, the countries are fixed. So you can go ahead and get them started. As of right now, they can go ahead and enroll. And so thanks to the IT team to work over the weekend to make sure that got done. And so the next big question is crypto. We're going to have a little bit more detail on that. I know that our IT department is now working on that solution. We were going to try to come up with a quick workaround, but honestly, I don't think it's going to take very long to get that implemented. So we're just going to wait so we don't have to have a lot of manual processes in that. So we'll have that ready to go very soon as well. And then the big excitement thing from my side is that tomorrow morning, we're going to be pushing all of the updates for Ruby. So you're going to see the new chat come into play. You're going to see new Personify come into play. You're going to see the ability to extract both on the URL and also the Instagram. So those are all up and running and ready to go for you in the morning. You're also going to see a brand new module. So now you're going to see a module that has a display that's very cool. And so you'll be able to see that graphic start to come in place. And what you're going to start seeing is Ruby just continues to just improve. Is this going to start to take form of what our big vision is, in our initial launch in November. So you're going to start seeing that week after week after week as we push through. Now, the big other question is, when's Extract coming? Well, Extract's going to be a couple of weeks out. And I'll just tell you, it's very complicated because that's a lot of data that has to come in. And some of these scrapes can take hours, right? And so you can't just be sitting there waiting for it to come in. So putting in a communication system, putting in all this stuff to make sure that you are able to go on with your life. And then when it's finished, it'll let you know. And you can go back in and get that data and start to use it. A couple of weeks. We'll have all those ready for you to go in a couple of weeks. And that's gonna like really get you guys some fuel to go out there and do it. Now, if it's the small stuff, like you've got tons of stuff with Ruby right now, you got tons of stuff that you can pull just with the modules and chat. When you see our chat, it's fast. It's so fast. I can't wait to get this in your hands tomorrow. We did some great demos and people were trying to stump it and they're like, oh, I can't get past it. It's pretty good. So excited to getting that in your hands. And then I think that the very end of it is we're just going to keep doing tons of training. So I'm not going to do it tomorrow night, but on Wednesday, we're going to do another one. On Thursday, I'm going to do an opportunity one. So Thursday's the time to start getting all of your people in that you're either pre-enrolled or you've talked to earlier or you're pitching now. Thursday's when we'll do that pitch. On Saturday morning, I'm going to do an in-depth, deep dive on the business side of it. So you can do that too. And so there's plenty of places for you to engage, but it's about inviting, getting things moving, getting guys going and feeling confident in where we are. And we get it. We get the process and we're ready to get this thing going into hyper mode. So hope you're all excited. We had a great giveaway on Friday. Look for another one of those coming on this week. On Wednesday, I'll announce another one of those social competitions for you guys to jump in. And I think that's it for tonight. I'll make this video available so you guys can get everyone to look at it, but do not waste another minute. We are now on September 5th, essentially. Tomorrow will be the 5th. That gives you 10 days to get everyone that you pre-enrolled. You did so much work to get them pre-enrolled. Don't let them waste sitting there. Get them in as founders. They deserve it. They just need to know about it. Make sure you're getting out there and getting it going. And we are starting tomorrow on our emails, reaching out and helping you build your business as well. So we're kicking it in tomorrow. You guys got to kick it in. We want to make sure that everyone that has pre-enrolled at least has the opportunity to become a founder and be part of the privilege of that. And then don't stop there. Start inviting as many people as you can after, because you know they have the ability to get those extra benefits of the words until the 30th of September. And then of course the 10th is when it's over. We're going to have the power line in place and replacing people that aren't upgraded. So we need to start moving. It's time to go right now. So Dan, I don't have anything else.
Last thing I want to cover is just an update so that people understand. On the Flex Powerline system, that's going to continue to place people in the tree for free up until the end of September. It'll always place people for free, but we plan on launching that October 1st. And the reason we're not launching it before is we want to give the founders time to upgrade, because as soon as that launches, if you have somebody upgrade that's beneath you and you have not upgraded yet, they're going above you. Yep. So you will miss out. We have in the neighborhood of around 1,000 people that have upgraded so far. And so there could be people that haven't upgraded yet. And if we launch that Powerline system, for example, tomorrow, you could have hundreds of people go above you that are now beneath you. And so we want to give people that opportunity for everybody to lock in all of their people. Starting October 1st, the Powerline will go on. That'll send out all the notifications. And then literally the people that upgrade, that become active, will go above every single person that has not placed a first order. So again, once you place that first order, your position is locked forever, as long as you keep an active order. Worst case scenario, every 90 days. You have to order every 90 days to keep your position in Flex, or you'll be purged out. But once you place that first order, your position is locked in as long as you order at least every 90 days. But if you have not placed a first order, any active person underneath you will roll above you every single week until you upgrade. So we just want to give people a little bit of time to get their teams upgraded before they have, potentially start losing active people. Those active people, if they go crazy and start building a business and just do the simple things that we talked about, sending out a couple hundred invites in the first couple weeks, 4 invites a day, as you can see, each one of those active people can end up being thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people. And I'm sure you would rather have them in your downline than your upline. So again, just wanted to point that out so that people know that that is still coming. We're just giving people the chance to get upgraded before we launch the Powerline.
Very awesome. Well, I think everything is great. I think we're time to go, and just tune in to our social channels. If you haven't gotten on our social channels, be sure to go follow those, and we'll be putting out more stuff. See you guys on Wednesday night. Thanks, Dan, so much. Appreciate it.
He doesn't love me, so I tell myself, one don't pick up the phone. You know he's only calling cause he's drunk and alone. 2, don't let him in, you have to kick him out again. 3, don't be his friend. You know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. And if you're under him, you ain't getting over him. I got no rules, I count him. I got no rules, I count him. I gotta do it for myself. I got no rules, I count him. I gotta do it for myself. I keep pushing forwards, but he keeps pulling me backwards. Nowhere to turn, nowhere to turn. No, now I'm standing back from it. I finally see the pattern. I never loved. He doesn't love me, so I tell myself, I do. 1, don't pick up the phone. You know he's only calling cause he's drunk and alone.